Hello, welcome back to Daily Anime Reviews, the channel where we talk about seasonal anime on the daily, and today we are talking about Shibou Yuugi, episode 4. I am very confused, and I don't know exactly what's going on. Okay, so this episode was basically the climax for the second game that we've played. It's been 3 whole episodes for this first game, and I have several questions as to how things happen. But let's just quickly run through how this happened. So, we leave off with Yuki. I forget the blonde girl's name, but confronted to the blonde girl, and Yuki saying, oh, I only like teased her and such, and yada yada yada. And her running away from it, but Yuki being like, oh, I only meant to tease her just a little bit. And eventually, Yuki actually saving the blonde girl from another wolf, and telling her, listen, you go down the hall, you'll be there. And so she runs off, and Yuki stays to fight the wolf. She meets up with everybody else. But before that, Kotoha and Chihei, I don't know how I remember their name. I can't remember the blonde girl. The blonde girl's so integral, important. She's important to the actual aspect of this entire episode. And she's kind of the focal point right next to Yuki. But I don't remember her name. I don't. To be fair, I don't remember the white girl's name. But the white girl was so irrelevant. Which I have fucking issues. I have several fucking issues, but we'll get to that. But the blonde girl meets up with the rest of the group, and they all go down to the main room where and I assume this is going to be the MO for almost any game of just, oh, there's one final task and you'll have to complete it. Which also, I wish there was a way to at least make it feel like people got out, and again, people are watching, so I'm assuming they want some sort of death, which is okay, fair, I guess, but at the same time, always feels just kind of, sort of fucking cheap a little bit, but I get it, it's not you have built this, I get it, it's the whole thing of, you have built this bond, and now it's time to test those bonds by pitting you against each other. But whatever, someone mentioned it, the favoritism, all that shit, yada, yada, yada. And so the 4 of them go in, but the game master's like, we gotta wait a little bit. There's still one more person. It's like, oh, Yuki's still alive, which we see her, jaunter into the room, going into her place. And it's like, cool. So here's how it's gonna work. You guys are all in small rooms. All those small rooms have tubes connected to them that's gonna eject a lethal gas. Only one of you is going to get that lethal gas. You have to vote on a piece of paper, which I guess is a special synthetic paper that can't be ripped or anything. That I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if they use it in Japan. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a synthetic paper that can't be ripped, can't be tampered with. And it's a special little paper. And you have to write the people's names that you think contributed to everything. And we flash back to Kotoha talking to Chihei, being like, listen, that's why I was okay with losing at rock, paper, scissors, because I know it's the paper in the bag. And that means that while I was in front, that means I had to do the most work, which means no one's realistically going to vote for me. Which, fair. I'm not going to vote for the girl who tried to get a landmine and then got blown up and then got left fucking behind. I'm not voting for her. I'm going to vote for either the other white-haired short girl or realistically Chihei. But my thing with it, right, is that Kotoha at least made a deal with Chihei. So Kotoha wouldn't vote for Chihei. Chihei wouldn't vote for Kotoha. The blonde girl, I assume, would at least vote for Yuki, which would have been 1 vote. I assume maybe the other girls, they would have voted for, no, that wouldn't make sense. I feel like Chihei might have voted for Yuki, but I'm not 100% sure, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know. But basically what ends up happening is Chihei ends up being the one that gets the gas. I don't know what it's called. It's quite literally a gas chamber. I feel it feels bad to say, given what that is usually associated with, but it is quite literally just a gas chamber. But she gets it. Why? Bitch fucking me. Now, if it was one of 2 people to get it, fine, sure. But if we're talking about people who did the least amount of work, I would have given it to the white-haired girl. At least with Chihei, I could at least point to her carrying her Kotoha at times. I don't know what the fuck the white girl did, and she was always the first to be spineless. Like, genuinely, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know why did, bro, she got so lucky being a floater. Because in that game, you would say, oh, who contributed the least? But also, that doesn't matter. You would just want to just have gassed whoever you thought you didn't like. So that's why, I don't even know if the blonde-haired girl ended up voting for Yuki, because she mentions it, she's like, I could vote for Yuki, but it didn't seem like she did. It seemed like she hesitated a little bit and been like, I'm not going to vote for someone that actually contributed to things. But Yuki, by far and large, was the one that contributed the most. Admittedly, Marina second. She was very much a leader. I don't even know if it's Marina. I think I'm confusing her with another blonde. There's so many blondes. So many blondes in anime. But I would give her that, and then Kota third, and then the other two, like I said, I can point to what Chihei did. I can't point to what that short white hair girl did. She got lucky being a floater. But the thing that bothered me is that it wasn't part of like random choice. Apparently, Yuki's like, oh, I just put all the names in and stuffed them in the ballot. I didn't really care who they chose. And so I sat there being like, okay, so first of all, if that's the case, where the fuck did you get 5 pieces of paper when theoretically you should only get 2? Because there should be at least 1 in the drawer and then 1 in your backpack if you had the backpack. And I think she had the backpack, so theoretically in her thing there should be 1, unless there are 6 chambers. She might have snuck 1 by chance. Maybe there's a possibility. Maybe there's more paper in the drawer. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that that's what they did, and she just stuffed all 5 names and just said, I don't really care. Which I guess, in a way, it's like, I'm absolved of everything. It's like, I left that up to fate. Which I guess that's how the blonde-haired girl, like, apologized. It's like, no, you were clearly smarter than me. I mean, that's obvious, but I don't know why now is the time that you apologize. Which she had her own hissy fit about when she got into the car. Which I like. Okay, this is a certain aspect I do like about this. I'm hoping. It seems like with every game that goes on, we might have like an affected person coming back. So what I would like to see, I think I brought it up before, that like it'd be like a game of people that are experienced. But I would very much like it if it was a game of people who she's played with before. So like, maybe it's the pink-haired girl from the first game who ended up surviving. And maybe it's the blonde-haired girl from this game who comes back to end up surviving. I would love to see that just kind of trickle down in its own way. I think it'd be really fun in that regard to see like all of the, not transgressions, but just seeing everyone in that who plays the game, not only knowing each other, but knowing who Yuki is and being like, yes, you are on your 99th game. This is true. Or 98th game. This is true. You terrifying bitch. We need to get her out in some way, shape, or form. Either that or latching onto the fact of like, I don't want to die, so we'll all work together somehow, maybe. So that'd be interesting. I will say, this feels so unsatisfying in a way. At least with the first game with the last trap, it at least felt sort of heartbreaking to be like, yeah, we gotta make a choice and all that stuff with that. Like there was a direct impact and influence that they have, and to be fair, in this one that they did as well. But this one felt just less impactful in a way. I'm not sure why. Like I'm trying to pinpoint why this felt less impactful. Like I still liked the episode. I still think it was good, and we got a lot of good things. Especially the development with the blonde girl was definitely very nice. But there's something about it that just sits wrong with me. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't like this. I'm like, not that I don't like it, but I was just like, I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know how I feel about it. I'm like sitting there being like, yes, we did go through that, but this feels like a cop out. It feels a little copy out of copy. But you all found out that they have agents who actually care about them and stuff, which is fair. But also, you're putting them in the death cave. I don't know why we're reacting like, we didn't know, or there's a chance that they just won't fucking die. Which, I mean, I in a sense, I get it, but also just, I don't know. I liked this episode. I still like the show. Obviously, I still like the show. I still like the show. Like, Wednesdays are now my, like, exciting days because I have to get to watch Ocean Oshiko and Shibou Yuugi. And both of those videos will always usually be 10 plus because, my God, there is always something to talk about with both of those things, and I can yap about those forever. But yeah, man, there was just something about it that made me just feel a little off. Actually, you know what I thought about? You know what I just thought about? She was the last one gone, which means she had all the time in the world to actually go around and just collect all the papers. That actually could be something. And maybe that was the case that I saw because they lingered on the first room for a pretty long time. So I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I have a lot of questions. I don't know if they're going answered. But yeah, with that being said, let me know what you thought of this episode. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Okay, my apologies. My motto was looking a bit weird. But let me know what you think of this episode. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you hate it. And let me know what you think of the season so far. And leave that in the comment section below. And if you want to go ahead and get more of this content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, like the video. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I deal with the shit downstairs. Basically, do all that good stuff. We upload every day, blah, blah, every day, blah, blah, every day. My name is Epiosde. Thank you for joining, and I will see you on the next time. I gotta deal with something, so I'm making this a rush. Bye-bye.